Hello everyone, welcome to the Red Men TV. It is the fan reaction show after Liverpool beat Southampton by 2-1, came from a goal behind once again to get the 3 points that takes the quadruple chase to the final day of the Premier League season. What a Sunday that promises to be. This is the show where you give your thoughts on how the game went. If you are a member on YouTube, you can get your thoughts into the comments. We put a tweet out, I'll be over on Twitter as well, and we'll be in our live Discord chat. But for me, that game was scintillating. It was scintillating because it was going to be scintillating because it was going to be difficult to get the 3 points regardless. 9 changes. It was fascinating, was probably a better word than scintillating. But Liverpool dominated the game from start to finish. Their goal shouldn't have counted because of the foul on Diogo Jota in the build-up. But it did count, and then we had to dig deep. The Red Guy 8 on YouTube says, fantastic win. We have amazing squad depth to win a game after falling behind by 1 goal and facing a disgustingly biased ref. I heard that he might be retiring. That would do us all a favour. And the problem with that is, and about the referee specifically here, is they're just going to replace an incompetent ref with another incompetent ref. So it actually doesn't do us any favour. The net result is the exact same. We've just got a younger, less experienced incompetent ref instead of an older, experienced incompetent ref. I mean, how that is not clear and obvious when the guy's 10 yards away looking at it and watches the fella kick Jota's ankle rather than the ball, I don't know. How can that, I didn't need my glasses to be able to see that that was a foul. Referee should have seen that that was a foul. They score from it, and that changes the complexion of the game. It changes the game because we've made 9 changes to our starting lineup from the cup final at the weekend, and these lads had to dig deep, and they showed everything. And I've got a comment actually in the I think it was the Discord potentially here. In fact, it's not. It's in YouTube still. I'm going to straight down to this. It's about halfway down. Tony Blakeway. Do you guys agree we finally got a team of Carragers? As these lads look, they'll be putting everything on the line and play through the fatigue like Carragher did so often. My word, I've not thought about it. I've not had time to digest that in so many ways. But straight off the bat, yes, because every one of them is playing for that badge on the front, not the name on the back of their shirt. And it's a phrase that I love to say because it encapsulates what I like as a Liverpool fan. It's why Jamie Carragher is my favourite ever Liverpool player. Not because he was the silkiest or the most skillful, but he died on the pitch. And it's probably why I love everyone in Liverpool's squads right now is, you think of the flair players like Bobby Firmino and, Thiago, and yet the running that those lads do each and every time they take to the field is second to none but their teammates. And that's what Jurgen's instilled in this side. I love this team, that is all, says Danny Harty-Smith. I love this team, and that is all. I'm going to go over to Twitter. Adam Brown does some great writing on there on redmenplus.com as well, actually. Great display overall. Minamino and Milner, excellent onto the final day. He's a little bit wordier on the website. Definitely worth checking out the written articles from Adam. I agree with you. Minamino and Milner were excellent. We are going on to the final day. James Milner, though, comes in, plays that 6 to begin with. He's got a young midfield ahead of him, hasn't he? He's got Kurt Jones, he's got Harvey Elliott, and they did well in possession and out of possession. We pressed really well, but Southampton, they didn't press us high, but they pressed us at the right time and made it difficult for us. And what I found was really excellent about Milner's display is that he's able to put it in the 6. We then lose Joe Gomez at half-time. Manager takes a breath, doesn't make the change on half-time, sees it out with 10 men, couple of minutes, maybe even just a minute, makes the decision to bring Jordan Henderson into the 6. James Milner has to move to that right-hand side. Now, for the first half of the second half, he's bombing forward, chalk on his boots, making sure that we've got an outlet and we're going to be able to whip those balls in and make it difficult for Southampton. But the second half, it's completely different. When we get that second goal, he's got to stay back, he's got to get chalk on his boots, still he's got to be an option, but he's got to be a little bit more conservative, a little bit more sensible with the ball in possession. And those 3 roles, essentially, that he's played throughout, he was excellent in every single one of them, taking a little bit of time out of the game towards the end as well. A true leader, a true embodiment of Liverpool Football Club and what our team is right there on the field from the first minute to the last minute in James Milner in 3 different sort of roles, I suppose is probably the best way of describing it. I'm going to go back over Veronica in YouTube. I live in Southampton. Our neighbours won't be happy that the Saints lost. Well done, lads. You'll never walk alone. Love that. I love Liverpool FC, says Rachel Todd. I just hope Gomez will be all right. And that is, obviously, I doubt that Gomez is going to be involved from the start against Wolves and obviously against Real Madrid, but he's a big squad player, and should the worst happen for an injury to Trent or a centre-half, you can do a lot worse than throw Joe Gomez into these big games. It didn't look pretty, it didn't look nice, it did look like he could be out for on the Michael Owen visual pain scale that Paul uses and wrote the book on, to be fair. It looked like a 3-weeker to me, which would put him out of them, but let's hope that he stood up and he walked off of his own volition, so there is a potential chance that he makes the squad. Let's hope that he does, because that lad's had some tough injuries at Liverpool Football Club. I feel very sorry for him. He felt like he was just getting back into form, getting those minutes in the legs that he needed, in a position that he probably doesn't want to play, but will do for the team, because again, he plays for that on the front. There's nothing there. But you know what I mean. If I'm wearing a Liverpool top, he plays for that on the front. Actually, Frith, so proud of every single one of them. I thought we outclassed them throughout the game. Good minutes for potential game changes for the Champions League final. Let's do the squad, and allez emoji as well. This is it. Look, I did a big thing of this, and Steve did as well, and talked about how we want to believe. We are taking it to the final day against an incredible Manchester City side, but a side that we have chased down and harried since the turn of the year. We believe that we can do this. The fans, Manchester City, will feed off our belief, and fear is what will be coming off from them when they go into the final day of the season. And they're a good side, and they know how to play under the pressure, and they've obviously got to get a win against Aston Villa now. We've got Stevie G there, the narrative, the storyline, it all feeds into this game. Could we be, 8 years later when Stevie G finally hands Liverpool that Premier League title? Let's fucking hope so, because that's what we're all here for. Will Phil Coutinho be forgiven? That is another thing. He could well be forgiven for banging in one of those trademark 30-yard Phil Coutinho wonder goals. And I, for one, would forgive him. I hope that you will too. If they're able to get anything against Manchester City, we've got a job to do, by the way. I'm almost talking like we're going to win and steamroll the Wolves, but it doesn't matter how Liverpool play, and tonight was exactly the same. We can make changes, we do make changes, and we'll still find a way to grind results out, and that is an absolutely beautiful thing. At LFC Seattle, if you can't appreciate this owner, this club, this manager, this squad, these players, and the joy, passion, commitment and effort they have brought us this year, then maybe Liverpool Football Club isn't for you. Come on Sunday, you'll never walk alone. And that's it again, isn't it? It's real life getting in the way of the football right now. Let's just fast forward to Saturday night for a big celebration of this Liverpool side at Hotel Anfield. A few tickets available, of course, on our Twitter. Steve mentioned it before. Go over to our Twitter. We've got a couple of tickets left. It's going to be hundreds of Liverpool fans there. Big party with us and the Ragamuffins Saturday night, and then hopefully a big party Sunday night. But regardless, a big game against Wolves. I'm sure there'll be a coach greeting for this team. I'm sure of it. If there isn't, scandalous. But for what these guys have done, and the lads that have stepped up today, Minamino, Milner, Harvey Elliott getting minutes, putting in a performance, Kurt Jones putting in a performance, Kostas Tsimikas again after everything that he's done. Takumi Minamino, can we just take a moment to just dwell in his absolute authority at slinging the ball in the back of the net? I mean, Minamino done it again, didn't he? What a finish that is in the top bin. 3 incredible touches in about a second. Dean Foley, 16. This squad is just incredible. Being able to win amidst 9 changes. Matip, what a dancer. Final day, Liverpool and Gerrard versus Man City. Let's fucking do this. Dean Murray, 6. Reckon a lot of people thought Liverpool would drop points tonight with that lineup, but not these Reds. These Reds fight till the very very end. To take this title to the last day, given where we were in January, is remarkable. What a team, what a squad, what a time. Up the Reds, you'll never walk alone. I'm going to go into our Discord now. Got lots of things going on in the Discord. Loads and loads. Up the quadruple chasing Reds, Chris. Up the quadruple chasing Reds. Nothing else. Chickpea, at this point of the season, put it out of mind and go again. Wasn't sparkling, but it's the sign of champions to grind these out. Up the one and only mighty quadruple Reds. I think Steve said it best. We dominated with 9 changes. That's all you can ask for, and you get the 3 points. Adds Liverpool are 2 wins away from the quadruple. It's down to the final day now. Boss, never in doubt. 9 changes. Still looked as in control as ever. Up the quadruple chasing Reds, said Scott T. Aye, Dad, this is the greatest season I've experienced. Thank you to the whole crew and Redmen community for being an echo chamber of joy. If you want into this echo chamber of fucking joy, then you need to sign up as a club legend on redmenplus.com. As part of that perk, you get the Discord with all of us. Turtleman the Red, job done, quad is still on, pressure goes to City not to bottle it. I know this is just a phrase, right? And I'm not digging you out, Turtleman the Red, but if Manchester City don't lose this, if Manchester City don't win this league, for me, it's not a bottle job. It's just not. They've been incredible. They'll have put up 90 points plus in the league. And if you can't win it with that, it's not a bottle job. It just can't be. No side could, out of Liverpool or City, is bottle. And I know it's just a term, and I'm not digging you out at all, but I just wanted to say, for me, it's not a bottle job regardless. Joshua, what a team this is, man. Couple of lads came in tonight who haven't played for a while, never put a foot wrong. These mentality monsters deserve everything. Special mention tonight, his first touch was a dream. Up the quadruple chasing Reds. Indeed, indeed. Bobby Firmino was excellent, wasn't he? Those little flicks around the corner, the dropping deep, the chasing, the harrying, the turning, the little balls out wide, getting in, creating space for Jota and Minamino. He was fucking everywhere. When we went to that sort of 4-2-4 or 4-2-3-1, he changes. When we go a goal up, he slots back into the midfield before the changes are made. The lad did everything that he could have done. He looked fast. He looked hungry. Maybe he's got a story to write between now and the end of the season as well. Seahawk, immense performance from the team. The quality of the squad that has been assembled is amazing. The fact that every player comes in, even with 9 changes, plays with the same style and intensity shows how much of a team this squad is. It does, and it also, to riff off that point and expand on that point, Seahawk, it shows you how good our coaches are, doesn't it? You know, these lads are so well drilled that even when we make 9 changes, they look like Liverpool Football Club. And that's the biggest compliment I can give everyone who's played for Liverpool this season. They all look like they belong. They all look like they've got the mental capacity to play how we want them to play, and the willpower and the drive and the determination to enforce their will onto every game of football, whether it's your first game of the season, your 5th game of the season, or your 60th game of the goddamn season. Liverpool Football Club runs through them, and they run for Liverpool Football Club. Rushi, simple as, just got the job done. Not to be a knobber, but the Prem is a dream at the minute. It still puts pressure on Pep to start us getting a sniff at the quad. Stephen OB 1890 team just blows me away. Soak it in, lads. We're witnessing a truly special team, and we are 2 games away from greatness. Up the Reds. We are 1 game away from greatness, by the way. 2, we are immortal. Like, you know what I mean? If we get just the Champions League this season, that is great. It's great to do a cup double, even like, you know, we haven't done it ourselves in 21 years. So that's great. Like, we're heading to immortal territory with 2 more wins and one result that we can't control without CVG not going our way. But you're absolutely right. NDLD, this team is immense. The personnel change, but the spirit and the mentality doesn't. Jurgen Klopp has made the whole squad rise to the occasion. Special mention to Milner, Bobby and Ibu. Ibu was a man mountain say. He was again, wasn't he? What a young player. What a fantastic young footballer Liverpool have on their hands right now. Able to switch from right centre-half to left centre-half in the cup final. Plays the left centre-half with Joel Matip today. The more exterior experienced player, but Ibu was there, head and everything. When I'm thinking back to the last 5 minutes of the game, I am thinking of Ibu putting his body on like head, bang, thump, kick, fuck off. Straight out there, constant menace from corners and everything else. The lad's absolutely superb. Dickie Oy Red in YouTube. Don't forget Danny Ings. Imagine if he nets the winner versus Oil FC. Please keep tacky and thank you, Jürgen. Oh my God, I am so glad that Jürgen is a Red, and I think there might be a little song about that as well. To be honest with you. Henry York on Twitter at Henry York 2. Bobby back to his best. Hendo so damn good, wasn't he though? He really was, wasn't he? I mean, the captain comes in there in a game that he probably shouldn't have had as many minutes in. He gets a full half of football and he comes in and he slots in, and we look better for having him there. He controlled where the ball was going to go, how fast Liverpool were going to play. Was it going to be high tempo, low tempo? It's going to be big switches, small passes, taking the ball off the centre halves. We saw less of the runs from the defenders to try and break it down, and we showed the composure that a captain like Jordan Henderson has, a confident captain and one of the best that Liverpool have ever had in control of that game for the second half. Tacky name etched into our history. Milner made a stone. Jota's lost his way a bit. I thought he was brilliant tonight, Jota. I thought, in the same way that Bobby was flicking the ball around the corner and the touches and everything else, he looked up for it tonight, Jota. Costas, he's an ace up our sleeve. Konate, flat out stud. Matip, pure joy, pure joy. Joe, hope he's okay. Allison, he can baptise me, and I'm not Christian. So there you go. That has been the fan reaction show. I've been Chris Pajak. It's another 3 points for Liverpool Football Club. The mentality monsters are marching again. Liverpool have taken it to the final day of the Premier League season in a head-to-head kind of with Manchester City, a pressure head-to-head, and then we've got a big European Cup final against European royalty as well in Real Madrid. Thank you very much for watching. Still be back with the player ratings show in about 5 to 10 minutes, so stick around on the YouTube. If you stay on here, I think you will be taken straight to that video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support this season, and I'll see you in a little bit.
Thank you so much for checking the videos. If you want more from us, then do consider joining Red Men Plus, which funds everything we do here for free on YouTube. But not just that, we're going to give you a whole bunch of incredible Liverpool content in podcast and in video form, extra Red Men TV shows and documentaries, features and interviews with Liverpool legends past and present. Get closer to the city, to the football club that we all love on redmenplus.com. Click the button, head over there now.